Friends. What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a brand new review for Love After Lockup, you guys, season 5, episode number 2. And this episode is titled Street Lies and PIs, you guys. So before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys are subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. Now, you guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Love After Lockup, shall we? All right, you guys, so I don't really know where we're going to start up with this week's episode, because this week's episode, it was all right, I guess. I ain't going to say I was, like wild or nothing by the episode. But yeah, we can definitely talk about it. And so I guess we will go up. So I guess going in, when we talk about Love After Lockup and these kind of shows, I guess we'll start with like the people who didn't give me a whole lot and lead up to the people who gave me the most. So we'll start up with Sharay and Anthony, you guys. Sharay and Anthony. I have a lot of question marks when it comes to Sharay. Sharay is an interesting person. So we actually met Sharay's young 10-year-old son in this episode. I don't remember, they probably showed his name and I just didn't catch it. I watched this episode early this morning, and I was half asleep when I watched it. But we did see her 10-year-old son. I believe they were doing a TikTok with each other. And so she was telling him to send the video to Anthony, right? And he was telling her that in his phone, he got Anthony saved as Pops. I was like, oh my God. Why do we do this? Like, I get that you are in love with this man and I get that you are wanting to get married to him, but your son has not cultivated a true relationship with Anthony outside of prison. Like, you don't know. I know Anthony says he loves him, right? But people oftentimes when they're in prison say things, and not even just prison, people in general. People in general say a lot of things to men and women with children just so they can get what they want out of them and not necessarily give a good goddamn about your children. And again, I'm not saying that's what the case is with Anthony, but I want women and I want men to err a little bit on the side of caution when it comes to this kind of stuff. And again, this does not have anything to do with the fact that Anthony's in prison. It just has to do with I don't understand people introducing their kids to somebody that here's the thing with Sharay. I don't know, I forget how long they've been together, but I know that they were, they were sweethearts when they were kids, right? But Anthony is not the same Anthony when you guys were 14 and 15 years old. This is a different person. You guys are much older now, right? You said 14, you're 34 now. So yeah, you guys aren't the same people that you guys were at 14. I know that I'm not the same person as I was as 14. So yeah, I just had a little bit of pause about that. So she says that, she was in a relationship with Anthony, and then after that, the longest one she had was with her son's father, but they didn't work out. Now, Anthony was talking about the fact that, I guess her son's father is a part-time father, and he doesn't like that, and so when he gets out, he wants to have a conversation with him. Now, here's the thing, Anthony, I applaud you for wanting to sit down with the man and have a conversation with him about his son, but that is his son. You can't make someone be in their child's life. I don't give a damn if you beat them up or whatever. You can't make that happen, right? So we see them. So she asked her son, how does he think Anthony would feel if about inviting her, the baby daddy? And he said he said he'd probably be mad at you. So we then see her as she went to go pick up Anthony, and I don't think she picked Anthony up in this episode. If she did, I missed it. I must have missed it. I really must have missed it. Because I know the last thing I remember her talking about was when she was on the phone with her friend Sunny, asking, do she think it's going to be a problem with Anthony that she snores? Girl, if you snore like a freight train, then yeah, it might be a problem. So let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about Chelsea and Mikey, you guys. So you guys remember Chelsea and Mikey from Love During Lockup last season, when Mikey had the stroke, right? And we didn't believe that Mikey had a stroke, but he actually did. And remember, she went to go meet his mom and all that stuff. One thing I will say, the WeTV, I think y'all heard the outrage from the fans about how y'all edited, how y'all edit the show last season with Chelsea. When every time Chelsea's scene would come on, y'all would take out the audio in the episode. But in this episode, each scene with Chelsea, there was no issues with the audio. They left the audio in because I was like, she's deaf, we're not, and that's offensive and rude as hell. So yeah, congratulations, thank you BTV for doing that. Now, one thing I will say though, when it comes to Chelsea and her driving and talking to Mikey on the phone, I always get nervous because she takes both of her hands off the wheel and starts signing. I'm like, oh my God, ma'am, put one of your hands on that wheel and drive that car. So she was taking her son to wrestling. Now, we learned a little bit more about Miss Chelsea that we didn't know last season. Chelsea got two other kids, a 15-year-old son and a 14-year-old daughter. And I was like, wait a minute, where the hell did that come from? Because all we knew about was her young son. If they told us, I don't remember that. I swear, I just thought she just had the one little boy. So Chelsea is getting ready to go pick up Mikey, and we find out that Mikey is actually losing his hearing. Mikey has a hearing aid on, so when he takes his hearing aid out, he can't hear anything. I was like, oh, that's interesting. So she isn't like sure that he's going to be able to come stay with her because he's going to be on probation or parole for 3 years, right? And he has a home stay with his sister, so she's not necessarily sure if they're going to let him leave. I think Kentucky, that is, right? So we also see her as she's getting ready to go pick up go pick up Mikey. So she's packing. So her friend asked her about, going to visit her mom. And she says, she's going to go visit her mom after she, finishes that, right? So we also find out from Chelsea that, after last season, she and her dad, he doesn't talk to her anymore. And I was like, and then when we really found out more about Chelsea, my heart really broke for Chelsea. So Chelsea said that she and her mom, they after her and her dad stopped talking, she and her mom became best friends with each other. And then the camera, we got a wide angle view. It was a B-roll footage, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a cemetery. I was like, why is Chelsea at a cemetery? And lo and behold, her mom passed away. So my condolences to you, Chelsea, for that. So Chelsea's mom passed away in October of 22. And then she said 6 weeks later, Mikey's mom passed away. I was like, wow. So she feels like that's brought them closer together. She says she does text her mom's phone because her mom's phone is still on. Oh, you guys, that just reminds me because when my mom's phone was still on after she passed away, and I would call, there would be times that I would call it just to let it ring. And I used to do that with my mom's. I used to do that with the house phone and her cell phone. Just call it and just listen to the voice. Technically, this is my voice on it was my voice on our home voicemail, but I would say her name. And same with my grandmother. Like when my grandmother passed away, I didn't call the house phone because the house phone didn't have a voicemail. But when my grandmother first passed away, I used to go over to the house. I was in my grandmother's house all the time, and I would just sit in her room and just lay in her bed, And I actually did that with my mom when she first passed away. The night that she passed away, I didn't sleep in my bed. I slept in her room, but then throughout the course of throughout the night, I went and got in my bed. But my bed, I hated my bed. So before I officially moved out of our place that we had back in my hometown, I slept in her room until I moved out. So yeah, my condolences to definitely Chelsea and Mikey on losing both your moms. And it's really sad that her mom has passed and her dad doesn't want to have anything to do with her because of Mikey. I want him to let that go. I know you might not be happy that your daughter is dating a criminal, but it's her life. And I know you might be afraid because she's talked about the abuse that she's dealt with in previous relationships. And I do get it, right? But that is your child, sir. Like, please make things right with your daughter. You may not, let me not say agree with it. You may not, this may not be what you want for your daughter, but definitely support her. I think you're gonna make a big mistake if you don't. And I don't, I would hate for you to, go to your, your final resting place and have unresolved issues with your daughter. So yeah, that's that. Heavy. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, guys. Next up, Brittany and Andy. Please get these two off my screen. Please get these two off of my screen. I don't like seeing them on my television screen. They're very boring to me. Andy is delusional as hell. Not that smart. So, once again, with Brittany, she has 4 children, right? So it's one of her son's birthday. So she's getting ready to go and, celebrate that son's birthday. Meanwhile, her daughter, what's her name? Gracie. Gracie isn't, feeling too hot, right? Gracie is in her feelings. And I can understand Gracie, but at the same time, I can see where Brittany's coming from, right? I get it. Gracie said that she felt the way about having to stand out there and wait for them. I would be pissed too, right? I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you and hold you. I would have been pissed if I had to stand out there for 2 or 3 hours waiting for you to get out of prison, and I, didn't even get that much sleep the night before. But here's the thing: I'd be pissed, but I'd be happy. Like, my mom is out of prison, so. And I got it. She said she just wanted to spend time with her mom. And I think that's really all it is. She just wanted, I think more specifically, if I'm thinking from her standpoint, I think she just wanted to be alone with her mom and not have Andy and his son crowding her space and her day. I really feel like that's what it was. But you guys can let me know what you think down in the comment section below, you guys. So, Brittany also tells us that she is not on probation, parole. I was like, that is good. I hope you kicked that nasty drug habit. So they went back to the hotel. She and Andy jumped in the pool. They went upstairs. She saw the money. He said it's some starter money. It was $500. He said he wanted $1,200, but he had some fraud on his account where somebody was trying to do some online gambling. So once they free up the money, he'll give her the other $700. I said, do you really have the other $700? Now, because I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you, because I've had that issue with my my Bank of America card. Oh my God, I've had, like, I can't even tell you guys how many times the Bank of America has, gave me a brand new debit card because somehow someone was committing fraud on my bank account. Because they would send me like, one time, I think it was 2019, and I was it was actually happened twice in 2018. Actually, these both no, it was 29. It was both in 2019. It was the beginning of the year in 2018, and it was towards the end of the year in 2018 when this happened to me. And it happened in 2019. It happened in 2020 as well. Yeah, it happened in 2020. So the first time it happened, it pissed me off because they sent me some text messages asking me were these purchases that I had tried to make, and it was a whole list of them, and I was like, no. I did not do. They texted me, and I clicked on the link, and it showed me all the transactions that I had made. Right, it showed me like transactions that I saw some transactions that I made, but then it was also some mixed in that I didn't even try to make. And so they were like, "Did you try to make these transactions?" I said no. So when I said no, they were like, "Okay, we're gonna cancel this card. We're gonna issue a different card." I was like, "Excuse you?" Because mind you, at this time, Bank of America was the only debit card that I had. I didn't have any other debit cards. All I had was my Bank of America debit card and my Capital One credit card. I was like, so what? And the worst part about that was that this happened the same week that my check had hit my bank account, and I needed to get to work. And I was like, and I called them. I was like, what the fuck? Actually, scratch that. I had a Capital One credit card. I had a Capital One bank account too. And so I said, you know what, fuck it. I was like, I'll just Zelle myself the money from this account to that account, right? So one morning I woke up because I was, I needed to I needed to get to work. So I was like, let me just move some money over so I can, have some money, once I get to work, I can give something to eat. I went to go Zelle the money. It said you're blocked from you. You are blocked. I was like, excuse the fuck out of me. What do you mean by it? I'm blocked? So I called them. They're like, yeah, you've exceeded how many times you can Zelle in a month. I was like, the only reason why I'm doing Zelle is because you guys canceled my credit card because somehow somebody committed fraud. Then the last time that they happened, this one was the one that really pissed me off because I had some bills that were due that week and I had them, I had them linked to my debit card. And so I was like, I'm not gonna do that Zelle shit again because that was a fiasco. And I was like, and then when you go to the Bank of America, you and the teller assist ones, those are in select areas here in Dallas. There's one like they're not in my nearest in my vicinity where I can do that. And then by the time I get off of work at 4:30, the bank is closed. So I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to get some money? The last time it was somebody trying to buy some women's clothing, and they were trying to spend a good penny. They were trying to spend almost $300 of my money. I was like, whoa, 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 that is not me because I actually looked up the website and I was like, this is nothing but women's clothing. I'm not a woman, and I don't wear women's clothing. So, oh Jesus, I'm kind of glad I'm not with Bank of America because I haven't had that issue in quite some time. I haven't had an issue like that in a while. Where now the person who had my phone number previously, she's with a bank in my hometown, and they called me about fraud alert on her account, and I wish that she would change the number. So we see them as they went to getting ready for the birthday party. So we saw that, and again, Gracie came into the room and talked to her mom, and when they talked, again, I could see that Brittany was frustrated with Gracie, but I was like, I just think she just really is saying to you, Mom. I don't. She didn't say it without. She said it without saying it, and I put two and two together. I don't know why Brittany wasn't putting it together. Girl, she don't want to be around these two. She don't want to be around the two Stooges, not the three Stooges, but the two Stooges. She don't want to be around Mo and Curly. No shade to Andy's son, but she don't want to be around y'all. That's literally what it is. That's exactly what it was. But they went to the birthday party and Brittany told Andy, you can stay outside. I was like, damn. I know they gotta hurt your feelings, don't it? Because I feel you. So that's it from Brittany and Andy, you guys. He felt the way about it. I don't care. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. Next up, you guys, Melissa and Louie. I don't know what to say about Melissa because Melissa is just the word. Like, she's delusional as hell. So we see her as she's going to pick up Donna. Now, she was late picking up Donna, and I was with Donna. I was with Donna. And then, they were talking about how long it's going to take them to get there. It's going to take them 3 hours to get to Louie. So, they were talking about when Melissa showed up to Louie's job. And Melissa's like, well, I won't take 100% fault for that because you gave him the phone and that's what he got caught with. I was like, oh, okay, Melissa. You guys, Melissa's just annoying. Melissa's annoying. Melissa has all these plans for she and Louie, but the man is getting out of prison. The man is on parole. He's paroled to Donna. I know you feel like Donna is trying to come in between you and Louie's relationship, and I actually agree with you on that one. Donna let it be known she's staying on your neck, and I actually don't blame Donna because I don't like Melissa. I think Melissa is stuck in the past because the diphthong had on the cheerleading outfit that she wore for. I was like, girl, you are insane in the brain. So Donna basically wants it to be a situation where Louie follows whatever his PO says, right? And what was I saying? Donna wants it to be where he basically just follows whatever the PO says, right? And I'm cool with that. So Melissa, I guess, talked to her dad, and she called her dad and was telling her dad, she was telling her dad that, Well, actually, no. Her dad asked about Donna. He talked to Donna, told Donna, to, basically to butt out, right? And I was like, yeah, okay. I don't think Donna's gonna butt out. I don't necessarily think Donna's gonna butt the hell out. So, what else are we talking about? There's gonna be some tension between Melissa and Donna, and I'm cool with it, right? So he eventually called, right? Donna was pissed at Melissa because she felt like Melissa threw her under the bus with her dad. So Donna asked her, they were talking about, she was talking about that she and Louie fell in love, and Donna said, "How in the hell do y'all fall in love over the phone?" I was like, I was thinking the same thing, Donna. I'm so glad that you asked that question. So they went to go pick up Louie, and yeah, Louie's teeth, you guys. Louie's teeth are just fucked to the up. I don't know what Melissa must be living in the past. Melissa must be living in the past. Melissa must be living in the past. Melissa must be living in the fucking past. That's all I gotta say. Melissa is living in the freaking past. So that's it for Melissa and Louie. Y'all know how I feel about. I don't dislike Melissa. I just think that Melissa is delusional and stuck in the past. So let's pause here and wrap up the episode with the most delusional person of them all. All right, you guys. Lastly, Ranika and Asante. All right, you guys. So Ranika and Asante, you guys. Ranika. I'm starting to think that her scenes are fabricated and made up for television because none of this can be real. Because Asante left her home at 5:30 in the morning. So you mean to tell me that you didn't hear that man when he left? You didn't hear that door close at 5:30 in the morning, and you didn't wake up till 12:30 p.m. 5:30 in the morning, 12:30 p.m. Girl, hours have flown by at this point. So you mean to tell me, not only did you not hear him, he didn't lock the door, so you just sitting here in this house like. And see, that's the thing with me with Ranika. Ranika is more upset about the fact that he's left, and not about the fact that you left and you left my door open, you left my door unlocked. Anybody could have come in here and done God knows what to me. They could have robbed me. They could have, had their way with me unwillingly. So Ranika's just Ranika. So she calling her family and her friends, going out talking about this nigga done left, and then she going calling him, leaving him voicemails. I was like, ma'am, you literally just talked to Auntie last week, and Auntie told you she ain't his auntie, that she's his girlfriend. So you don't think that maybe he got up in the middle of the night and went with his girlfriend? So we see Ranika's. Every episode when I look at Ranika's car, I find something new that's on the back of her car. There's something new with her car. Because on her bumper, it's discolored. But you telling us she make $100,000 a year. Her back bumper, it was discolored and it looked like it was beat up. But okay, girl. Okay. So one of her friends was telling her, I think her friend's name was Ray, was telling her about a PI. I was like, wait, run this back. Why the hell are we getting a PI? Why are we getting a PI? Auntie told you she's not his auntie, that she's his girlfriend. I know y'all didn't pay that PI. Because this is stupid. Like, this is lunacy. What the fuck was the purpose of getting a PI? I just want to know the answer to that question. Why would you get a PI, ma'am? That makes no God-given sense to me. So they got the PI, and they after that they sat there and talked to the PI. I don't want to listen to that scene because I really thought that scene was bullshit and it was fake as hell. So yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section below, you guys. Please subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, you guys, and until the next time, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I will catch you guys in the next one.